Former Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, joins me now. Have you ever seen the Biden White House look like this?
Unfortunately, yes, many times. I remember being in the Oval Office. I'm sitting there with Congressman Patrick McHenry, and President Biden's talking to us, but he's whispering. I have no idea what he's saying. And he's talking to McHenry this way. And when I get up and walk away, I said, "What did he say to you?" He goes, "I have no idea." And it was an important meeting, what we were talking about.
So when he goes out and he says, "Lock him up," talking about Trump, does he mean that?
Yes.
Does he know he's on television?
100%. You talk about Trump syndrome. President Biden has had it from day one. If President Trump had named a certain day Mother's Day, he would have tried to change it. You watched everything that he'd done, and he put the country in jeopardy. He would not embrace the Abraham Accords. Had he embraced the Abraham Accords, October 7th never would have happened. And this is the difference.
So he did that out of spite.
Everything
like
was
the border,
out of spite. Everything was
Abraham
out of spite.
Accords.
Whatever Trump did, he wanted to do the opposite. It didn't even matter. He'd put America in jeopardy. And the challenge is, Kamala Harris was in almost every meeting I was with the president. She saw exactly what I saw. She knew, and then she'd go out there and lie if we had ever talked about the challenge that he was having. And then she says, even worse, that she would do nothing different. It'd be more of the same.
Right. So Kamala Harris doesn't look like she's closing with a joy. She's calling Trump Hitler. Do you see this as a winning strategy, McCarthy?
No, I see it as desperation. I mean, there's three things you want to look at. Now there's infighting within the Democrats because they're worried about losing, so they want to know who to blame. They're jumping the shark by, he's a fascist, going as far as they can. And then literally a couple Democrats told me recently, they think keeping Biden on the ticket would have been a better idea than having Kamala. And they're really getting mad at Nancy Pelosi because she's the one who forced Kamala to pick Waltz. Had she picked Shapiro, it would have been a different race.
Who are these Democrats? Are these influential Democrats that are saying Biden would have been better than Kamala?
Oh, yeah. And they're sitting back there because they feel their hands are tied. They're watching what's happening. And they literally knew that Kamala always starts in a strong campaign and then collapses. And they can't argue about money. They have more money than everybody's ever put, and everything they put on TV hasn't worked. You saw Donald Trump's numbers slowly inch up. You've watched Republicans switch on early votes. We're actually doing better. Now, I don't want to tell people that, oh, it's some locked-in outcome. We've got to all get out there and vote to be able to make sure this outcome turns out.
Who will they blame if Kamala Harris loses? Will they blame Nancy, Barack? Will they blame black men for being sexist?
Well, they're yelling at them right now. Then your MSNBC, they're going to start yelling at black women next. I mean, I don't know what more you can do.
Did you see every black woman in that package was anti-Harris?
That was unbelievable. I can't believe they allowed that to be produced. They would never do that on 60 Minutes.
That's like me sending Johnny to Alabama to talk to Trump voters, and they all said they hated Trump. It's impossible.
Okay, the biggest indicator here, if you look at the incumbents in the Senate running for re-election, they're running ads about Trump, but it's not against Trump. They're saying, I worked with Donald Trump. Can you imagine in Pennsylvania and Wisconsin? And these are the states Kamala has to win. And the incumbent senator is putting their arms around Trump, not around Kamala.
All right. Well, at least they're not sniffing their hair like Joe Biden. Kevin, he never did that in a meeting to you, did he?
No, I was too old for him.
All right. Good to see you, Speaker.